Rock Dog came out in 2016 and was a complete box office bomb. And the studio said, you know what? Let's do another film. What's up, guys? This is Reviews with Ryan. Today I'm going to be reviewing a movie called Rock Dog 2, A Rock Around the Park. This film was directed by Mark Baldo and stars Ashley Bell, Brian Dobson, Kathleen Barr, and Graham Hamilton. The film is 90 minutes, and let me just say this is a straight-to-DVD type film, and this is completely different from the first film. They scrapped all of the voice actors that were in the first film, and everybody has been replaced. It's also not the same director that directed the first film, and you will notice a lot of different things about this film. The first thing and big thing that I notice is the animation is nothing like the first film. It's very cheaply made. There are times in the film where they show like crowds of the animals and they just copy and pasted the same animals, and you can see that in some of the shots. Also, you will notice that the voice acting isn't as good as the first film, and it's kind of weird just listening to the characters when they're not the same voice actors. So the plot in this one is Bodhi and his bandmates. They are kind of doing shows and getting a lot of fans and developing their band, and they actually get called on from a producer. He is a sheep in the film, and they're interested in joining him, and he already has another talent band called Lil Foxy, and they're going to join them on tour. Bodhi's father is kind of suspicious of this and kind of doesn't want him to do it and kind of be careful and such. And they fly away in his helicopter, and basically he takes them on tour. There is a mention of Angus Scattergood in this, however, he's not in the film at all. They just show like a picture of him and show that he's kind of doing well and such. And they do take his tour bus on tour, and they kind of redecorate it and stuff like that. There's also a plot in the first film. They kind of developed their band from the park, and there is these wolves trying to shut down the park and get rid of it. And the wolves are also in the first film as well, so you will recognize those characters as well. That is kind of like a subplot into what Bodhi's band is doing as well. And that is the basis of the film. There is a few little twists in it, and towards the end it is really bad on the twist. In the first film they do have a famous song called Glorious, and that is used in the film, but it's more so just the instrumental version rather than the actual vocal version. And there's some other songs, some of them feel kind of repetitive, and then Lil Foxy has their little songs. They're kind of like little auto-tune songs in the film, and those songs, they're all right. I wasn't really that impressed with the music this time around in the film. I know not a lot of people were a fan of the first film. It obviously bombed at the box office. It had a $60 million budget and only made $24 million. I really don't know why they did a sequel and just pretty much missed the mark completely. And honestly, I was very bored on this movie. Honestly, I think that this is one of the worst kids movies that I've seen in a while, and definitely in my top 5 of worst films of the year. The storyline is just very bland. It's very dull and boring, and there's not a lot going on. It's a lot of like random talking scenes, and nothing is really developing. And towards the end, it's just really stupid for a kid's story. And I just feel like maybe smaller kids may enjoy this if they just like a mindless movie like this, but I feel like adults will be completely bored with this movie. If you're an adult, I would completely avoid this movie at all costs. It is really bad. And with that in mind, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. If you do see it, it's not worth your time, guys. Thanks.